The dentist says to me, we'll clean your teeth another day. Here's $200. Go show my niece a good time.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
In 3, 2, 1. I know you see, somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Live life, breathe air. I know somehow we're gonna get there and feel so wonderful. It's all for real. I'm telling you just how I feel. So.
Yeah.
We'll skip the next part because Drake Bell was in the back vocal.
Oh, yeah. You can't do Drake Bell.
You know what? Thank you very much for tuning in to this new episode of Break Time. Yeah. Guys, Eman.
What's up, man?
Nothing. I always feel like we need to intro.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I feel like it's smoother without the intro, just going straight into it.
I know.
But with that being said, that reminded me about something. The iCarly thing was just the first thing that popped into my head, but I brought up the Drake Bell thing.
Yeah.
Eman,
what's up, man?
Like, we didn't talk about this before or anything. Eman, how much growing up did we fuck heavy with Drake Bell?
Very, very heavily we fucked with Drake Bell. And you know what? He, to this day, kind of remains our little secret. Because what typically happens is you'll discover an artist, right?
Uh-huh.
The artist will be in the budding stage of their career, right?
Uh-huh.
You catch them early enough, and then they go massive, mainstream.
Yep.
Everybody knows about him. So, so when you bring it up, it's like, oh, I knew that guy a year before he got big. And it's like, oh, shut the fuck up. But he never really blew up like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so, to this day, we can still put people onto like Drake Bell's music and shit. And,
can we?
oh, yeah.
One of the when shit. So I, like you said, love Drake Bell.
Yeah.
Always fucked real heavy with Drake Bell. When the allegations came out and he went to court and all that, I was real quick like, I can't talk about that. It felt like liking R. Kelly. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's like, R. Kelly's fucking disgusting. But Ignition comes on in the bar and everyone's kind of like,
everyone's fucking nodding their head, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone's nodding their head.
Uh-huh.
Same thing with Michael Jackson.
Does anybody really like second guess Michael Jackson though?
As far as if he did it or not, or
no, like I remember,
like if they should be listening to him.
Yeah,
shit?
I remember being at a bar one time with Vanessa and Herbie.
Okay.
Like years ago when like the R. Kelly stuff was like fresh,
and
I remember sitting at the bar and Ignition came on, and everyone kind of went like,
"No, are you serious?" Oh,
okay,
God.
Like everyone kind of like took a beat, made sure like everyone else was down with the sickness,
right,
and then decided, okay, we can do this. So,
God damn it, I lost my train of thought.
How dare you?
What was I gonna say?
Well, while you're thinking about it, but no, I feel like Drake Bell made me feel the same way while all that shit was going on, and then he pled guilty and all this shit, and I was like, I'm gonna listen to Drake Bell in my car. By myself,
right?
Only on the highway, so nobody accidentally hears it while I'm at a stoplight. Like,
well, that's how I kind of was before the allegations even happened, because I'm a big black man listening to Drake fucking Bell.
Listen, Eman. Don't let them not let you be who you are.
I know. It's just a little tough, but fuck it, dude. I say a little tough because his music, bro, for being a little teeny bopper icon, little Nick Jr. star, whatever the fuck, is so good.
I fucking love Drake Bell's music. He's one of my biggest inspirations.
Yeah.
With music, with songwriting and stuff.
Is he really?
Yeah, dude. I fucking love Drake Bell. One of the things, side tangent, as a songwriter, one of the things that I love is when lyrics are weird and don't make any fucking sense.
Oh, he's your guy, dude.
Like, yeah, like I love when lyrics are so like just conceptual and odd that like somebody needs to explain it to you. Like what the fuck that means. Yeah, like for example, Train Train in the song Soul Sister.
Yeah.
He says, like, I'm so obsessed, my heart is bound to beat right out of my untrimmed chest. What the fuck does that mean,
Dude,
bro?
that makes perfect sense.
But like, it's just weird. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
But Drake Bell was the king of that.
Yeah.
In a lot of his songs, he would just say shit, and I'd be like, I don't know what that means, but it's provocative. Like,
speaking of, I mean, the fucking song that we just opened up with, the iCarly theme song, he wrote it, and that song is famous for not making
any
sense
goddamn sense, dude.
whatsoever.
A lot of Drake Bell songs don't make any sense, and maybe we just have bad taste in music,
or he's just desperate to find shit that rhymes.
I guess so. But like, my journey with the Drake Bell shit was I love Drake Bell. Allegations came out. He pleads guilty, and I was like, I got to do this all on my lonesome. I can't say shit.
Yeah.
And then this motherfucker, this stupid bitch, comes out. And did you see the interviews and all that? The interview when
There's been a lot of interviews with that guy.
Well, no, he started coming out in interviews, and they were like, "So Drake, you pled guilty. What do you?" And all of a sudden, his whole demeanor would change. He'd be like, that didn't happen. It's a lie,
Oh yeah,
I didn't do that. I felt like I had to plead guilty or whatever. And but that was all around the time that Quiet on Set came out. And he was also on Quiet on Set. He came out with his story about his abuse and stuff, which believe victims, obviously, and that sucks, right? And everyone went from, and again, Drake Bell went to court and all that. Everyone went from like, ew, Drake Bell is disgusting, and I was like listening to him on my own, and then all of a sudden he said, he was assaulted, went through, what he went through, and everyone's always like, and all of a sudden people were like, Drake Bell actually has bangers, like Drake Bell has good music, and I was so
now everyone's on the fucking Drake Bell train. Are you serious?
Yeah. Well, at that time, I don't know, I don't think like it like really blew up or whatever. But like just a lot of people were coming out of the woodwork like Drake Bell has always been a great musician and this and that, and I was like, you stupid bitches. I've been riding Drake Bell's schlong,
dude,
for as long as I can remember.
We're talking about fucking talent shows, dude.
We have video proof.
Yeah,
go to Movie Maker 1408.
Please don't, dude. Oh my god. Can I say something? Can I clear the air on that fucking performance?
Hey, real quick, you're doing the thing.
I get too comfortable.
Well, no, you're doing this shit again.
I know. So, like I was saying, brother, that fucking talent show video haunts my dreams, brother.
¿Por qué?
Because, dude, I have had at that point. So what you guys don't, we're talking about in 7th grade, Chavez and I performed a Drake Bell song, "Fool the World," for the talent show. Middle school, 7th grade, right? You're getting into puberty. You're kind of starting to develop like cliques and shit, and the school now has a hierarchy, and your reputation means a lot at that point, middle school, in the prime of it. And we decide to do a fucking Drake Bell for the talent show. Yes. And so it took a lot for me to muster up the courage to do that in the first place. I am not a performer.
I just want to point out, I had said, let's come in with some Biggie, and Eman was like, nah, buddy, Drake Bell.
Yeah,
that's exactly
actually, though, if we're being real, you got into the show first, and then I came on board.
Yeah.
And I said, yo, have you heard this song?
Yeah.
And then you were like, let's fucking do this.
I grandfathered you in.
You grandfathered me in, dude. Yeah, you did.
You fucking Nepo baby in the talent show.
Dude, I'll take it, brother. I sounded good like backstage and shit, but when you are holding a mic and you're singing and you can't hear how you sound and you're kind of singing into nothingness, I wasn't used to that shit. And so, dude, I sound like shit in that fucking talent show, man.
Eman, you don't sound like shit. You sounded nervous.
I sounded nervous.
You sounded nervous, not like shit. Because, genuinely, we practiced and you sounded more shaky when we did it. But I think it's like you said, like it was, because we both sounded a lot more shaky when we did it live finally. Yeah. Because that was before like I was even playing like shows or anything. So like that was like the first kind of time we both did anything like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, it wasn't. I remember there's a part in the video where you're singing parts and you start getting a little too, and I was in the background trying to help you out a little bit. Like I was like trying to help you with the vocal. So I was like, my boy nervous.
Yeah, I was nervous. I mean, I'm not trying to go fucking be the next American Idol. You know what I mean? I really, you know, that was just a shot in the dark, man. I wanted to go up there and do the talent show with my boy, man. And so I don't take any of this shit personally.
You know what? But you know, we threw our hats
fun.
into the crowd and we're
We
done.
threw our hats?
Yeah,
Did we get them back?
all the bitches wanted them.
I know, man. I know.
You didn't get yours back. Oh no, wait. I didn't get mine back.
Oh.
Did Brooke get one of the hats?
I recall.
I feel like Brooke got one of the hats.
She did.
I think she got my hat.
Yeah.
Because I got your hat back later.
Oh, really?
Because so Brooke got my hat.
Okay.
Leonella or her sister Marissa got your hat, the white hat.
Oh, yes.
And then really deep lore here, but so we went to school with these two girls that lived across the street from me, and then my parents decided to move into that house that their parents were now going to rent because they were moving to California.
Yeah.
And when we moved into that house, I think my room was Marissa's old room.
Yep.
And she had left some shit and like on top like a box or two.
Oh.
And it was just just random shit, but on top of the box was your white hat.
You're fucking
Yeah, so I had gotten the hat back.
kidding
Yeah,
me.
yeah. I don't know what I did with it, but
That is so sick, dude.
I'd gotten it back at some point.
I bet you freaked the fuck out when you saw that.
I was more like, I was like, oh shit, it's Eman's hat. This bitch didn't fucking take it. You know, does she know who he is?
It's so funny, man. Like, we knew those girls, went to school with them and shit. You lived across the street, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you told me that when you were going to like tour that house, they were still like living in the fucking house as you're getting the tour. So you're like, this is gonna be your room, and she's just in her fucking bed. Like,
she's like, it is?
Yeah.
Like now?
Right. But yeah, dude, Drake fucking Bell.
Yeah, dude. And you know what? Fuck all those people that like him. You know, I'm gatekeeping hard today. Like,
oh my
get out of
God,
here. I like Drake Bell first.
Yeah.
Ready, Steady, Go is on repeat in my house.
So you got more into the Drake Bell thing than I did, bro. What the fuck is Ready, Steady, Go? Was that the album?
Yeah, he did an album later on that was like a mixture of some original stuff and like covers that he was doing of popular songs.
Okay.
It's like he did a cover of what's that song called? It's Still Rock and Roll to Me.
Okay.
What's the matter with the clothes I'm wearing? Damn it.
Bells, man.
I hate you. He also did a crazy little thing called Love on that album.
Okay.
He did a song by the Stray Cats, which I love that song now, but I love it because I was introduced to it from Drake Bell. It's called I Won't Stand in Your Way Anymore. So good. I'll turn you on to it later. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, straight up, fuck you guys. I was listening to Up Periscope while you bitches were in diapers.
It's all about Fool the World, man. It's all about Fool the World.
Look, I want to pivot from Drake Bell to the other thing.
For sure, man.
And, you know, this has been taking over my life, Eman.
Yeah.
For the past, like, 3 months.
Okay.
I am a real big movie person.
Yeah.
Love movies. Me and you used to go to movies all the time together.
Yeah.
And then we just got older, and now our knees are decrepit, and we can't get out to the theater as much together anymore. But what were the movies I used to ride or die for, dude? Like day one, every single one. Me.
I mean, it's outside of superhero movies, or
no? That's it.
Just in general. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say that's it.
Yeah, man.
That was your shit, dude.
Yeah, dude. I would be there like opening Thursday, every single one. When they shot up the movie theater for The Dark Knight Rises,
man.
My parents were like, "We can't go see that one," and I was like, "You think I'm gonna show a bitch with a gun? Tell me I can't see Batman?
You're fucking nuts, dude."
But dude, lately, superhero movies haven't always been hitting.
Oh, they've been missing, brother.
They've been missing hardcore. The last good one that I remember sitting in and being like, "That's a good superhero movie," was The Batman.
Which one?
The newest one with Robert Pattinson.
Shit.
Robert Pattinson. That was the last one that I saw that I was like, you know what? I'm lying to you. That one and Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3.
What about the
Tell me.
Black Panther with
Black Panther.
Chadwick Boseman?
The original. Oh, so
did they
that
do it justice?
I personally, I like what they did.
Yeah.
With him, I cried during that movie.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. But as a whole, not as good.
Like
not as
objectively
good.
as a movie. wasn't written.
Yeah, not as good. I firmly believe, as much as I love Chadwick Boseman,
Mhm.
I think they should have just recasted him.
Oh, really?
I really think they should have recasted him and kept that character. I feel like that would have been better for the character.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm sure they could have found some way to, still honor him in whatever way they wanted to. But I feel like they should have pushed back that movie. I feel like they should have pushed it back. His death was still too fresh.
Mm-hmm.
They should have pushed it back another year, released it later with a recasted Black Panther, show respect in some way, still in memory of Chadwick Boseman, whatever.
Yeah.
I think it was the wrong move to kill him off in the universe.
I would say in 2 fucking years, and then release it if you're gonna change the character. Give the audience really some time to process those emotions.
And it sucks. And it is because he's who he was.
For sure.
Because the guy who, like, the new Captain America trailer came out recently.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it.
I have not.
Well, first off, it looks fucking fire.
Nice,
it looks so good.
Nice.
I love Anthony Mackie as Captain America. I think it's so fucking good. I'm so excited. Anyway, but they recasted the general from the other Avengers movie, the one who like comes in and was telling Iron Man, "You gotta hunt Captain America down," whatever, in Civil War. That guy died.
Okay.
Now Harrison Ford is that guy. There's no big fanfare about it. You know what I mean? So Marvel recasts all the time. Just obviously for Chadwick Boseman, it's a lot more feelings, a lot more.
Yeah, big time. And that character in itself was so, like, to an unhealthy degree, really resonated with the Black community.
Yeah,
like, that was like the fucking god of So that's a tough character in particular to recast.
It's so cool.
Who would you want to see play that? Who could
Black
be
Panther?
The Black Panther? Yeah.
You would have to get someone like Chadwick Boseman that was not. He was a name.
Massive.
He was a name, but when he was cast,
Yeah.
he wasn't huge. He wasn't this superstar. Like, I feel like when people come out and they do fan casting, they're like, who do I want to play the new James Bond? Idris Elba. Who do I want to play Mr. Fantastic? Pedro Pascal. And then he did end up paying. He is the new Mr. Fantastic. But like, I feel like Marvel movies were better when they would do like a Robert Downey Jr., who at the time, that's what catapulted him in to his big success.
Yes.
Chris Evans wasn't as big, even though he did the Fantastic Four movies. That's what catapulted him into it.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo had a lot of really good movies under his belt, but he was not the superstar like he was after he was the Hulk. Same with Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson, I would say, is probably one of the ones that I'm like, no, you were pretty good off before.
Yeah.
But, and Sam Jackson, but
for sure.
A lot of the main players, and I feel like you have to do that. So it's kind of hard to be like, who would you cast, because there's some really good, like, Black actors that I can say, like, oh, this guy would have been great. This guy would have been great. But genuinely, you needed to find a new actor to come in. It's hard. Because there's some, because they're going to be synonymous with that character forever.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe it was too. I feel like the movie suffered as a whole because we had to talk about it, and not that we shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But do that funeral scene and just release it on Disney Plus so we can watch it and still cry about it.
Gosh.
But the whole movie didn't have to be about him dying. Personally,
I have not seen the second one.
You haven't?
I don't know how they did it. Did they not just? Was he not in the movie or?
Dude, so if you haven't seen spoilers for Black Panther,
spoiler alert.
If you haven't seen the second Black Panther movie, keep watching because that's your fault. But no, at the beginning of the second one, it's Shuri, his sister.
Okay.
And she's like freaking out. She's like doing all this, like she's doing science shit. And she keeps going like, computer, where's, and it's like the body or like the organs or something, if I remember correctly, of like Black Panther. And he and it explains he has a disease and he's dying. Oh. And she's trying to like synthesize a new like herb or whatever that will help him with whatever illness it is.
Yeah.
And you just see his heart rate, and they're like, oh, he's in the medical bay. And like, she's like, constantly checking his heart rate. And like, she's like, oh, I have to do this now. He's going to die if I don't like we're down to the wire. He's in the next room dying, like in the medical bay. So you never see him. You just see his heart fading. Oh, and then she's finally like, they're like, oh, there's X% chance that this new synthesized thing you're doing is going to work. There's X% chance. So she finally makes like one that might work from what I recall. But then when she's about to run out, her mom walks in and is like, he's gone, and then the heart rate is like, like it's
yeah,
like he's gone.
Oh god, damn.
And that's it. It was beautiful.
Right.
It was really dope. You
Right.
know. I guess for the way that they pulled it off, I'm like, you know what? That's the best way to do it. Because if you would have had like CGI Chadwick Boseman dying or something,
in a fucking fight, right?
everybody
Some
would have been.
shit.
Well, I kind of would have preferred that personally.
No shit, really.
I would have preferred if he went out fighting, like you know.
that makes sense. That
you
makes
know,
sense. Going
but-
out fighting when you say it like that, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I think that would have been, pretty neat. But you know, that's all. You know, what could have been.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like that. While that was cool, I feel like the rest of the movie kind of suffered because of it. It felt like the whole movie was about the death of Chadwick Boseman.
I was gonna say, dude, with Marvel movies, everything is intentional because these guys, they plan 20 years in the future, right? So every movie, every TV show, every new character, every fucking commercial you'll see that's related to Marvel will tie in, and it's all building up to something, right? The first whole saga was building up to Thanos. This time around, I'm not sure what the buildup is for, but
That's why a lot of them stink.
yeah,
'Cause
they lost their fucking way.
There's not a constant through line.
Yeah,
And I think that's also why I didn't like Black Panther, because there wasn't like it didn't really connect. It didn't connect with the whole universe, but it also didn't connect with the first movie.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like the characters are there,
Yeah.
but it doesn't feel like a continuation of what that story is, at
Yeah.
least to me.
And that's how I felt about the third Iron Man,
Yeah, I agree.
right?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It's a good movie,
Yeah.
much better than Black Panther 2, I feel.
Yeah, for sure.
And but you're right, it does feel a little bit separate.
Yeah.
But I think that's also why I like Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3, because it still was, while it wasn't like directly like, hey, this is leading up to the next Avengers, it's the finishing of the story of the Guardians.
Right.
And that was dope to me. But all this to say,
yes.
I am so fucking excited.
Yeah.
Never been this excited about a movie.
No shit.
Like literally,
No shit.
I liked Guardians. I liked the Batman.
Yeah.
I've never been this pumped about a movie. Dead ass. Maybe like since Captain America 2, dude.
Really?
And Captain America 2 is what launched me and you
Yeah, the Winter Soldier, brother.
into doing all the
Literally
nerd stuff.
changed our life.
Yeah, man. Like I haven't been excited this much since that movie
Wow.
for a movie. And it's for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
I'm so goddamn excited. You know, luckily this will come out like the day before it comes out. So
When's it coming
still
out?
This Thursday.
No shit.
Yeah, I got my tickets.
Okay.
I have my tickets, bro.
Okay.
We
Yeah. I know you do.
yeah, we bought them like in May when they went on sale.
Nice.
So I'm mad excited. I am super hyped. I've watched every single trailer, and normally I'd be like, oh, maybe don't do that because I don't want anything spoiled. But dude, they're not showing a goddamn thing. Every now and then they're showing like a couple new like things here and there.
Yeah.
But like we've still only seen like the same like 3-4 scenes this whole with every trailer. And I'm so excited because I'm so used to superhero movies giving everything away in the trailers. So I'm mad hyped, dude.
It seems like in this buildup, all they're doing is just releasing like little clips of like a banter between the two characters.
Yeah.
And that alone is like, oh my God, this is going to be fucking hilarious because it's such a dichotomy between the two characters that to see them on screen, no matter what that movie is, no matter what's going on in the movie, it's going to be fucking awesome because them two are sharing the screen. And they're so opposite that it works so well.
But also it's because it's a character like Deadpool that we've already seen in 2 other movies that fucking kills it.
Yeah.
And it's Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine. Like that is just...
Oh, because he like vowed to fucking put down the whole Wolverine thing.
Yeah, after Logan, he was like, that's it. That's my last one. That's my last, deal.
Money talks.
Well, they talked about like in an interview that I saw where he was like, yeah, like I wanted to come back, but like I wasn't going to unless like the story made sense, unless it felt exactly right to come back.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad because it looks like, like they found it. He's in the yellow suit that he never wore, in the old movies. Like, oh, I'm just so hyped, dude.
Well, that's fucking awesome, man. What do you have an idea of who the antagonist could be? I mean, is this based on a comic book or is there any tie-in?
Look, I'm not going to pretend that I'm the biggest X-Men or Deadpool comic person.
Oh, I thought
you know,
were.
now if it was like Spider-Man or Batman,
okay.
Superman stuff, like I
Yeah.
could tell you a bit more there. Deadpool and X-Men, I'm not really a big person there,
So
but
you're going in like me.
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited because I don't really like what I know about the X-Men and Deadpool. For Deadpool, it's from the couple video games he's been in and the movies.
Okay.
And then for X-Men, it's been the couple video games and the movies.
Got you.
So now, dude, mad excited.
Yeah.
Excited. I cannot overstate how excited I am about
Dude,
fucking Deadpool Wolverine.
That's so sick. I wish, because like you said earlier, we're both big movie buffs. I was never so much into the superhero thing, you know? I just like a good movie. I'm more so action kind of person, right? Or even a good drama, you know? I just like the art of movies.
Filmmaking.
And if you are a movie fan in America in 2024, it's not a good time out here, dude. So I wish I could share the excitement that you have about something, but everything that I've been looking forward to has been a bust. This summer has been horrible for movies.
The other one that me and my lady are looking forward to?
Hit me.
The Crow.
The Crow.
The new Crow.
Oh, the fucking
the
sequel,
remake
right?
of The Crow. Well, it's the remake. It's a remake.
remake.
It's not a sequel. Because we had never seen The Crow.
Yeah.
The original one with Brandon Lee. So we learned the story. That would be a great one for the midnight show.
It's on the list. It's on the fucking list, dude.
You know, we watched the movie, we learned the story. The movie's so good. So good. So I'm excited.
Oh, it's actually a good movie?
Yeah, dude. At least I think so. It's one of those, like you said, what kind of movies do you like?
Drama, action,
dude.
Good movies.
Dude, watch The Crow.
Oh, okay.
Watch The Crow.
Yeah, we go to this fucking, me and my lady go to this DVD store. It's like a used DVD exchange.
The CD exchange right there, right?
Yes, sir. And they have that fucking The Crow like behind glass at the register.
Yeah.
So I'm always looking at it every time I check out. Haven't seen it, and I just
dude, rent it first. I would say, like on Amazon or something, see if you can get it for like $4 or something.
Yeah.
Unless at the store it's like, you know, under 10.
Fucking they're not expensive. It's like
yeah. Well, you said it's behind the
buy it.
glass, so I don't know if it's like a collector's
right?
one and it's like fucking $30.
A collector item for that place is like $12, you know.
Yeah.
So,
but like, dude, pick it up, watch it. It is if you like action, you like drama, you like the weird cinematography and like the cool visual shit that they do. The Crow is your fucking movie. Like, no bullshit. Watch The Crow. I am willing to bet $20 you're gonna walk away really liking The Crow.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. So I thought that movie stood the test of time because of what happened behind the scenes.
I think it's just genuinely a really good movie.
Really?
It's genuinely a good movie.
Now, I don't know how deep into the lore you are, but is there a point in the movie where the shift or the tone changes because of what exactly happened with
Look,
could you tell or
no? Okay. There's a couple scenes where like he's doing things and you can't see his face, and I'm kind of there's a part of me that's like my theory is that this was recorded after he had passed away because he died during the filming of the movie.
Yeah,
but also you can also just take it as that's just an artistic choice. Like they're never doing it at an important time. It's where like he's in shadow. It's part of the ambiance or the ambiance. You're seeing him from the back. So it's never like, oh, clearly they're hiding it. It's like maybe that's what they were doing to hide it, but tastefully it makes sense.
They
like
can get away with it.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't really know the lore as far as like what point in the filming they were or if they were 20% done, 30% done, you know, 50, 60, 70, whatever. Like you can't tell.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, damn, it's a good movie. And there are actors in that movie that I was kind of like, oh man, I've seen this guy in XYZ or whatever. One of them is it Toby Todd? Is that his name?
No clue.
Candyman.
Oh, no shit.
The OG Candyman. Yeah. He's in that one. And when I saw him, I was like, whoa. I was like, holy shit.
Nice.
But yeah, dude.
Okay.
Go watch The Crow.
I gotta watch that shit now.
Watch it, dude.
Especially because we're getting a fucking remake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm so excited. But yeah, no, dude. I bet you $20 you'll like it.
Okay, good shit. Good shit. It'd be something nice to just have in the collection, a DVD with a story behind it.
And it's one of those cult classic movies. Like it's really dope. And again, visual wise, if you're a visual person.
Yeah,
it's really cool. It's got a neat story behind, you know, obviously just the film itself, but the visual, just kind of language that movie does.
Yeah.
Like it's very
artistic style.
Yeah, it's very stylistic. It's one of those movies where like for example, you watch Christopher Nolan movie, there's fucking no drip. And Christopher Nolan movies, they're good movies. Yeah. No drip.
By drip, you mean like a style that's unique to Christopher Nolan? It's
just very sterile, I feel, Christopher Nolan. Yeah. Like, he has a style of filmmaking, but he doesn't have a style of setting. Gosh. Does that make sense?
I know exactly what you mean.
Like, in the Batman movies, everything just looks like fucking Chicago. Yeah. But then you watch a Tim Burton Batman movie, and you can tell, like, this is Tim Burton. Fuck yeah. When you watch The Crow, you're like, oh, this is The Crow. Like, you can tell that there's, like, a real, like visual language behind everything that's going on. Yeah. So,
well, you know what that reminds me of, man? Tell me. Another director that I've been going to bat for this guy since I was in elementary school. No bullshit.
Oh God, I feel like I know
you fucking know who it's gonna be.
Oh man. Oh,
but God. it's everything that you're describing. This guy embodies, right? 10 years ago, when consistently we were getting good movies that weren't made for the intent of getting money, you could get away with your complaints about this guy, right? But what I like about this guy right now in today's time is the originality. And that is something that is so lacking that I fucking put this guy on a pedestal. And that guy is M. Night Shyamalan, dude. I mean, come on. Every new movie is an original piece. It is shot in a very artistic way where you can tell it is an M. Night movie. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing, but it's fucking original, dude. He respects the audience.
You know...
And real quick.
Go ahead.
He'll even do shit, dude. Like we saw this movie, A Knock at the Cabin.
Yes. You know, with Dave Bautista.
Yeah. First off, I want to say I have never seen a movie that did suspense as well as that fucking movie.
Really?
Absolutely. Okay. Have you seen it?
No, I have not. I've heard about it. It's one of those movies. This is the complaint that everyone has with every M. Night movie. Yeah. Everyone goes, it's a great concept. Yeah. And then when you get to the twist, you're either down or you're not. Like that's just every single M. Night movie. That's movies, man. I think M. Night is great. Yeah. At concepts.
Yes.
He is great at going, let me set the stage. And then he goes, I'm not really sure what to do next. Like,
yeah, you're right. What I fear with M. Night is he a bit of a control freak, right? If we can reference another M. Night movie, Signs, right? This guy casted himself as one of the most important roles in that fucking movie. Spoiler alert. The main protagonist, his wife, dies in a car crash.
Oh, yeah.
And it pretty much sends the whole family on a spiral. And they almost essentially break apart and all fucking hate each other. But they're brought together by this alien invasion that happens, right? Beautiful movie. But he goes and he has to make peace, the main protagonist, Mel Gibson, with who killed his wife. And he goes and finds the guy that hit his fucking... And it was M. Night.
Well, M. Night also... He's in the Unbreakable movies, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he plays like a small role. Doesn't he like own the video store or something or other?
I wouldn't know.
Either way, he always has like little starring roles. In his movie, but that's one of the ones that's like an important role in the film. It's like a big deal with that story in particular.
Exactly.
Did you see his daughter's movie?
No.
The Watchers.
The Watchers.
It's like the movie where like the trailer was like they're like in this box with like a glass on it. Like there's glass. It's like almost like they're in a fish tank, and they have to like stand in front of the glass. And, like these things come out at night and watch them while they're trapped in this box.
Is it old or something?
No, it just came out this year.
No shit.
Watch it. His daughter released it.
Interesting. Okay.
And I went to go see it with the girl, and I was like, oh yeah, like I'm interested in what his daughter's gonna do. Yeah. And bitch, they didn't do that. Was all M. Night. That was all M. Night.
Speaking of fucking control freak, right?
Yeah, right.
like, hey babe, go direct this movie.
Yeah. Because it has a third act twist.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And again, the twist, you're either down for it, or you're fucking not. And the end of the movie has that thing that M. Night loves to do. Yeah. Where all this crazy shit happens. And in the middle of an alien invasion, in the middle of, a fucking beach killing everybody, in the middle of, this crazy thing where we're all gonna die. Yeah. Every character And an M. Night movie loves to stop and go, well, this is my lifelong trauma, and I'm going to tell you about it. And for some reason, me talking about it is going to save us right now. Like, and it has that. And I was like,
damn.
He's like listed as a producer, and I'm like,
that's what I'm saying, dude.
Were you the producer though? You were there.
Yeah.
You were telling your daughter to take a lunch break the whole goddamn time. Like, yeah.
Well, to your point, man, what you were saying earlier with like he sets the scene creatively, right? Mm-hmm. He has the concept. He should be in charge of the concept. And typically, you get all this fucking money from a studio to make a movie so you can hire people who specialize in certain areas so that you can focus more so on the concept. But he wants to do everything in his movie, even if it means casting himself consistently as like the most important roles in the fucking movie. Yeah. You know? So, yeah.
And maybe that's the hard part, because I feel like a lot of directors, what they do is they'll come in and go, hey, here's, you know, the 3-act structure of my movie.
Yeah.
Here are the main things I want to happen. Hey, writer, fill it out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, give me more depth, give me more character, give me more, you know, and he won't do that.
Yeah.
You can tell because at the end of the movie, sometimes you're like, who is this character again?
Yeah.
You know, he's not great at really diving into his characters. Dakota Fanning was in. Sorry, I just remember.
Oh, The Watchers, huh?
Yeah, she was in The Watchers, right? It's Dakota Fanning.
Check that shit out. Did it go like straight to Netflix or something? Or
no, it came out in theaters.
Dude, you're kidding.
Yeah, dude, I'm a little surprised you didn't hear about it, being such an M. Night fan.
I know.
But fucking fake. But no. Yeah, dude.
Interesting. Okay.
But M. Night is one of those directors that, like, you know, if you're in a film class, they're going to talk about M. Night.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to be a part of that conversation of really big directors that had this just impact on filmmaking.
Yeah.
Is it a great impact? Not always, but you know.
And like I said earlier, man, I'll admit that he is not the best guy on the scene. You know?
No, but you're right. There's something special.
There's something special
about everything he does.
Yes, dude. So I brought up A Knock at the Cabin earlier. Too low?
What do you mean? No,
I was signaling something.
I was burping. Okay. I was like moving the mic.
Okay, sweet. I had brought up that movie A Knock at the Cabin earlier because before that movie came on, he did an address to the audience, bro, where he says, I want to thank you all for enjoying my film that I made for your enjoyment. I thank you all for coming to the theater and upholding what is original film creation. Like, he made sure he took a fucking jab, bro. Like, you could tell he's feeling what we're feeling because like us, he is a fan of movies first before he is a businessman. Yeah. And so that's why all of his movies are original. That's why they have a very unique feel still. And that's why I fucking like the guy, dude. He respects the audience, man. And he's the last of a dying breed. So guys like M. Night, I'm always gonna, you know, give my praises to. M. Night, Ryan Coogler, even, you know, Nolan.
Ryan Coogler fucking kills it, dude.
He's the man.
I love the way, I love how passionate he is about the movies he does. Like, there's some directors, like, you know, and I'm sorry, I'm always bagging on the guy, Christopher Nolan. It's one of those directors that they're always like, and what gave you the idea for the movie? He goes, well, in the book, he's kind of a mean man, so I told him to be mean. And I'm just like, okay. But like, Ryan Coogler is one of those people that you hear him talk about the movie that he's doing. And he's just like gushing this love for the project that he's doing. His own hype for his own project. And I feel like not enough directors are doing that. You know,
but he's pretty young, right?
Ryan Coogler?
Yeah.
I don't remember how old he is, but I think you're right.
I mean, just by appearance, I mean, he's a pretty young guy.
Yeah.
And you could tell he still has that hunger, you know?
Yes.
I mean, he's one of the cases where I feel like he wasn't brought into the fucking film game. He wasn't brought into Hollywood through nepotism or knowing a guy like a lot of these directors are. And so he has that, I think he realizes that he is in a 1 in a million position, right?
Yeah.
He came out of film school and went straight to fucking Hollywood. These days, that never happens. Like I said, you got to know a guy, you got to maybe suck something. It's a crazy time.
But you know, the other thing about Ryan Coogler, he's one of those directors that knows how to make an experience. You know, they're directors like, you know, that know how to make a really good film. They know how to make a really good story.
Yeah.
And then there are directors that just know how to make a fucking experience.
Ooh.
You know, like I feel, and maybe that's what we're, you know, kind of differentiating on. Like I feel like, you know, someone like Sam Raimi, who did like the Spider-Man movies, who did the Evil Dead movies. He has good movies, but he makes a fucking experience out of those movies. Ryan Coogler is one of those people.
To me,
go ahead.
What an experience is in a movie.
So
I kind of get what you're getting at, but I want to make sure.
You know, like you walk out of a movie and you're like, that was a really good movie.
Yeah.
That was a really good movie. But then you walk out of other movies and you feel it in your fucking balls.
Yeah, for the next 2 days, right?
Yeah, and you're like, oh my God, I need to do something. Or I need to talk about this. I feel like he's one of those directors that can do that. Like Christopher Nolan makes good movies. Zack Snyder makes good movies. At least I feel like he makes good movies. You know, M. Night is one of those directors that can make an experience.
Yes,
whether or not it's a great movie, it's an experience. You know what I mean? The Russo brothers who did like the 2 Captain America movies, they did 2 Captain America movies and like the Avengers movies. While I love their Captain America movie, they make really good stories. Yeah. They make really good movies. Yeah. For those Captain America movies, but later on they became directors that made experiences. You know, and I feel like again, like your Tim Burton's, that's a director that's an experience.
What about going super basic here? Quentin Tarantino. Do you think he makes movies?
No, he makes good movies. He makes good movies.
Not experiences?
I don't think he makes experiences personally.
Fuck?
I think
you gotta elaborate.
Well, like for example, the movies that come to mind when I'm thinking about Quentin Tarantino are like Kill Bill. Yeah, and I fucking love Kill Bill. I think it's great. I didn't see it till later when I was finally introduced to it. I was like, wow, that's what everyone's been talking about. Yeah, but it didn't make me feel like I need to get up and do something. Django was another great one. Yeah. You know, loved it. Good movie, good story. Yeah. Pulp Fiction, loved it. Good movie, good story. But I wasn't like, ooh, like I wasn't hard for it. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like a director, I'm trying to think of another one. Spielberg. Yeah. He is one of, and I was about to mention someone else who does this. He's one of the few directors that I feel like does both. He makes good movies that are fucking experiences.
That's why he's the GOAT, right?
Yeah, and you know another director like that I feel like makes great movies that are also experiences. Let me hear it. And he's super new. He's not as old as
let me guess. I know. Let me guess.
Go ahead.
Oh my God,
he's newer. Yes. Jordan Peele. Yes, Jordan Peele.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is one of those guys that makes great movies that are also fucking experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know him, Steven Spielberg, like guys of that caliber, and I'm sure if I had a list of all of them in front of me, I could give you more. But guys like that, I feel like are right in the middle, and they can do both. Yeah, like Spielberg did the Indiana Jones movies, the first 3, and dude, some of literally the best story, action, makes you feel it in your fucking pussy movies I've ever seen. And maybe I'm biased, but I fucking love every single one of those movies that he has done. Gotcha. You know, literally every single one that he's done, even the 4th bad one. Yeah. I love all those more than the newest one that he didn't do. Really? You know? But yeah, he's just one of those guys that just fucking kills it.
Yeah. It's very interesting too, because like you said with Spielberg and Jordan Peele, they're right in the middle, right? Yeah. And it's a spectrum. Because typically what happens is you'll have an experience where you just feel something. On paper, it may not be the best movie, right? It wouldn't score the highest in a fucking film critic score. But you feel it, right? And on the other end, when you make a movie that is objectively good as a movie and can be studied as such, typically you won't feel it. Yeah. And so, yeah, when you have guys like a Spielberg or a Jordan Peele who are right in the middle, that is... Yeah, that's fucking kudos to them. That's really badass to be able to do both.
Yeah, and
it's either one or the other.
There's another guy, another director who's very controversial. Everyone talks about this director, and usually it's in a bad way. And I myself have done it a couple of times where I'm talking. You want to guess who it is?
Michael Bay.
Yes, it's Michael fucking Bay. Michael Bay, dude.
Yes,
Michael Bay is always talked about in that way. Yeah, like that he like everyone goes like, oh, it's like a Michael Bay movie. Yeah. Big explosions, all this stupid bullshit, not a lot of character stuff. But you know what? Michael Bay movies
Mhm.
are like that scene. Have you seen the Elvis movie?
No, I have not.
You have not seen the Elvis?
I haven't.
There's a
I
scene
haven't.
here. Can I pull it up real quick?
Do your thing,
We'll
do
finally
your
use this
thing. I
thing
know, right?
if we even get to this other shit.
Here, I'll open it.
Yeah.
There we go.
So
Here's the
Michael Bay, let me look this up. But Michael Bay makes movies. Let's see. First performance scene.
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't. Why you do that, man? I have not seen the fucking Elvis movie.
It's great.
It's a good reminder.
It's great.
Yeah.
Do you need a screen record on this guy?
Yeah.
So Michael Bay movies for the standard public, I feel like, is this scene from Elvis. So this scene from Elvis, which is also another really great movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is his first ever performance.
Ah.
So this is the first performance that Elvis ever has.
Yeah, let me make sure it's.
And when I think of what's up? Oh, sorry, Lenny.
Yeah, I gotta make sure it's recording. Go ahead.
When I think of Michael Bay movies and the effect that they have on people,
Mm-hmm.
I think of this shit right here. Where is it? Here we go. Where? Sorry, I'm almost there.
Yeah, do your thing. I mean, just looking at it, this is a really beautiful fucking movie. Why haven't I seen
Look at
this
that. Look at that.
movie?
You see this shit?
Yeah.
So this is his first ever performance, and they're kind of like talking about like when he gets
Oh.
up on stage.
Yeah.
So this is Elvis doing his thing, right?
Yeah.
And look, that it's showing you how people just reacted to him.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like,
yeah.
see that? That's what I'm talking about when it's a movie that just makes you feel something.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
Elvis is also one of those.
Yeah.
This is a really good movie. You should check
Yeah.
it out. Baz Luhrmann fucking kills it in this movie.
It was good, huh?
He knows how to make an experience. Like, it's so good.
Ooh,
So good.
wow.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Baz Luhrmann also did Great Gatsby.
Okay.
So it's kind
Oh,
of...
so he's got the fucking resume.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, but like that scene where all the
I
women
see
are
that.
freaking out.
It's
That's
infectious. It's
Yeah.
infectious. You feel it.
people always want to talk shit about Michael Bay.
Yeah.
But this is to me what Michael Bay does to regular people.
Yeah.
And not by regular like
Regular
like we're any
people,
better.
you
We're
fucking
not
elitist.
regular people. But no, like your standard moviegoer.
You're casual.
Yeah. You go to the movies, right? And everyone goes, "Oh, another Michael Bay movie," but all of our asses are there
Yeah.
to see Optimus Prime transform into a fucking truck. We're all there to see fucking Bad Boys. We're all there to be in that experience that he's making.
Yeah.
And Michael Bay is one of those directors, I feel like, unsung heroes, because and of course it's every film snob out
Yeah.
there, or people who
Yeah.
want to be a film snob like myself. I used to talk a lot of shit about Michael Bay.
I still do. For
Is
other
like,
reasons, but
it's like, well, it's just explosions for the sake of explosions.
yeah.
But sometimes I just need to see a fucking explosion.
Exactly.
Like the same thing with the Fast and the Furious movies. Like, not the best films, but you sit down and you're like, you know what? I get why people like this.
Not every restaurant needs to be 5 stars, because sometimes you just want a fucking Whataburger. Even
That's
if
true.
you have the budget for a Fogo de Chao, you just want Whataburger.
Dude,
And I don't want to live in a fucking world where nothing but Fogo de Chaos exist.
that's true, dude.
I don't want to live in a world where nothing but J. Cole's and Kendrick Lamar exist.
And
I want a little bit of Drake and Lil Uzi and all these guys.
But you made a great thing, right? Like you don't, even if you have Fogo de Chao money, you don't always have to go eat at Fogo de Chao.
No.
I have been like fresh off payday, check burning in my pocket. I got
Yeah.
that money jingle jangling,
Yeah.
and my ass will go to Jack in the Box
Damn right.
and buy 4 sets of the 2 tacos and
Ew.
dip them in fucking hot sauce.
Okay.
Listen,
I'm riding with you.
motherfucker.
I'm riding with you.
But like like that's
Yeah.
some movies are just like that. Like
Yeah.
that's what you need. And I'm a real big Western guy.
Okay.
I love reading Western books.
That's a new thing.
What do you mean for me?
The Western thing with you, man.
Yeah, I mean you would think it's the
Yeah.
hat, but everyone calls it a cowboy hat. It's not a cowboy hat.
Fedora.
Thank you. It's a
Right.
fedora. I'm a virgin.
My lady.
Shut the fuck up. But yeah, no, like I got really into, and I forgot really what kicked it off. It was I remember what kicked it off. But real quick, I am a real big. I love Western books. I love Western movies, and Westerns is just one of those films that everyone kind of rolls their eyes like, oh, another dumb Western movie or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, do you need to stop the screen recording?
It wasn't even going, dude. I'll have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Anyway, but it's one of those films or one of those film styles that people kind of have some shit to say about, and I'm always like, it's fucking fun. Like, who gives a shit? Like, you know, I understand why Grandpa's always watching TV Land now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So those westerns, they were not typically cinematic masterpieces. They were just more so fun movies to put on.
Dude, I don't know what you call. To me, some of them are cinematic masterpieces. They're so good. But I think it's just like the dumb, like, you know, maybe we'd have less toxic masculinity if more men would just fucking watch some Western movies. Because anytime I get that little bit of toxic masculinity in me that I like gotta put somewhere, you know, if it's not banging, it's watching Western movies.
It's just funny you say that.
It's just like you watch it and like you picture yourself a little bit. I want to be that guy walking up, twirling his gun and saving the bitch right there. Like,
were you? To cut you
no,
off.
go ahead.
I feel like those westerns may have fueled that toxic masculinity thing,
and maybe it's just
in that generation.
Maybe it's just me because I'm the type of guy that would be upset.
Yeah.
And me and you used to do this. We'd go turn on GTA San Andreas.
Yeah.
Beat some fucking hookers, blow up some cars.
Let off some steam.
Yeah, and you're fine. Like, you know, that's, you know, you get too much dick brain.
Yeah.
Here you go. Put on a Western movie.
Dick brain, I tell you what,
yeah, bro.
dude.
You put on a Western movie, you watch John Wayne twirl something, call someone Mississippi, say, woman, move out of my way. Dude. And you're like, I don't got dick brain no more. It's been...
well, I don't know.
My head went boom, and now I'm...
dick brainless.
Yeah, I got that post dick brain clarity, bro.
In our hiatus, I spent 2 years working in a cigar lounge.
Okay.
Some of the best years of my life. Great fucking time. Great group of guys to work with. But that whole era of Westerns, specifically John Wayne, that's the guy, right? That's
John Wayne.
The guy. Really influenced a generation of old white boomers.
Douchebags? Oh.
I don't want to call them douchey, but
assholes.
It's very fucking interesting. The way that like what's that fucking movie, dude? Say hello, Scarface.
Scarface,
the way Scarface influenced our parents' generation.
Yes.
Those westerns really, because we had guys who you could tell formed the habit of smoking cigars specifically to emulate John Wayne. Which
is wild because they smoke cigarettes in those movies most of the time.
Oh no, he's the Kentucky Cheroots. He was smoking those. They look like fucking like tree bark.
Yeah.
And we had guys come in and like they would have it was really fucking weird. It was a sect of boomer that I had never seen until I started working. But they were like so fucking influenced by those westerns.
But maybe it's just the way I already was. Like I was already, my personality was developed in a way that when I was introduced to those things, I was already like, oh, this is fiction.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, this is my personality.
No, I'm not saying that happened to you.
No, but I'm saying like, I think that's the difference between like how, you know, I can like be like, oh, I love Westerns. And those guys are like, I love Westerns, boy. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's.
Oh, it's so funny, man. If we can kind of like shift a little bit. Speaking of like pieces of media and movies specifically that influence a generation, 50-year-old black men and above may not know this, but they were so heavily influenced by a movie that came out in the early 90s. My dad watched it the night before he shipped out to basic training. He loves this movie so much that I got the movie poster for him as a Christmas gift 4 or 5 years ago, right?
Full Metal Jacket.
No. That'd be appropriate, right? No, dude. It's a movie called New Jack City.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard of it?
No.
Oh, my goodness. So pretty much...
I mean, it sounds vaguely familiar, but I'm not sure if that's just my brain trying to like...
Yeah, I mean...
cue it in with something.
If you're in the movie world, it's a good chance you've heard the name New Jack City. You know, it's a pretty prominent like movie, but it's considered a giant like in black media. You know that movie, and pretty much this guy, I'm fucking blanking on his name. The main character, he essentially takes over drug smuggling or a drug peddling operation in New York. And he pretty much grows his empire. And we watch this guy become a low-level drug dealer all the way to a fucking kingpin. And he takes over an abandoned apartment complex in New York. And
he's fucking Saints Row the movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of movies and video games and shit are based off of that movie. And this dude, he's the classic fucking kingpin. And that movie influenced a lot of like in the early 2000s, right? The like black, like 50 Cent, you know, they always had to be like this businessman, like mafioso type. That shit came from that movie.
Oh, I gotta watch it,
dude.
You
should watch it.
It's like all that shit that like we've kind of. It was just a part of the cultural zeitgeist, like comes from that, like, or at least was inspired by by that.
It's one of those things where it's a part of it's deeply a part of the cultural zeitgeist, but we have no idea where it comes from until I watch the fucking movie.
That is wild.
Like, I'm looking at my dad like, this movie fucked y'all's generation up a little bit,
dude. But I mean, that's cool. But also, it's cool that like you can figure out where that came from, because I've seen some people make references to things, and have no fucking clue. And
dude, it's a shame.
They're references that I wouldn't know if not for you. You know how many people I've heard do the Warriors come out to play thing and have no fucking idea what that's from?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm honored.
Well, I'm just like I only know that because of Eman. So how many dumb white people are out here saying this shit and don't know what the hell's going on?
Right. Exactly. You gotta know your fucking heritage. I want to show you a clip. I guess we'll get into the whole clip of the week.
What? Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let me show you this clip, man. Let me show you this clip. So. You hear a lot of people, specifically brothers. I'm a brother, so I speak on experience, right? You hear a lot of like brothers, if you like come across a fucking bar fight involving two brothers, you'll hear a lot of shit like, I'm gonna have my goons come.
Oh, my boys,
shit, right?
Yeah.
All that shit. Rally the troops. I got shooters everywhere. You know, all that shit comes from that movie. And I'm gonna show you a prime example of that, okay?
Show me.
Okay.
So real quick, while you're looking this up, I'll give you real quick how I got into Western novels.
Yeah.
So real quick, while you're getting this set up, and this will probably be the last thing because we're getting there.
Oh shit!
This episode's gonna be titled "The Movie Podcast."
I know.
But now I got into Westerns because I was at the store one time. It was at a Walmart. And I was there was like this section where it was like $2 Western books, and I always see Western books at like a Dollar Tree or like at the bookstores, at Walmart's, HEBs, and I'm always like, who's buying these? You know?
Yeah.
Someone's buying them because they're always here.
Yeah.
You know, someone's buying these shitty Western novels, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy one. I'm going to buy one. I'm going to read it so I can say, hey, guys, you know the weird, shitty novels that nobody ever knows who the fuck buys them? I bought one, and I read it. I'm part of the problem. Like, I was ready. Like, I was just like, I was just pure curiosity. Okay. And I read it. Fucking loved it. Wow. Fucking loved it. And then I read another one by the same author. Fucking loved it. Fucking loved it. Then I started reading... like in those books, it would say like, oh, check out these other books or whatever. So I would read stuff from other authors. Yeah. And I went down a rabbit hole of the newest Western authors to like Louis L'Amour, which is like one of the like anyone who reads Westerns, if you go Louis L'Amour, everyone goes, oh my God. He's just one of those guys.
Of the movie or the
he's kind of just like, if you've read a Western, like a short Western or something, Louis L'Amour. Like that is... You know, and some of his movies have been, or some of his books have been turned into movies. Okay. And all that. But he's just one of those guys. But I've read so many Western books, dude.
Are these easy reads or thick books? Or?
Some of them, I mean, I would say most Western novels are somewhere between about 150 to 200 pages. So they're not super, okay. They're not super long. They're like a good, like literally some of them are small enough, just keep them in your back pocket. And I've done that. Wow. You know, and you just read them as you go. It's nothing crazy.
What is it about? You've been into the same shit essentially since I've met you. Yeah. You know, as far as what you seek for entertainment. Yeah. So what was it about these Westerns that could come in your late 20s that get you head over heels like this?
I don't know, dude. Like, I have a whole bookshelf at my house just filled with Westerns.
Do you like maybe envision yourself as like the hero of the story, or like
what's one of my favorite video games, Eman?
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, I think that was just it. Okay, I love Red Dead Redemption. I've always really dug the cowboy thing. Red Dead Revolver growing up was my fucking jam. Yeah. You know, and then getting to reading Westerns, I was like, it just felt like the natural progression of something that I'd already kind of had, you know, the seeds in that I liked. Yeah. But I just wasn't all the way there. And then I got all the way there. But fucking love it, dude.
Yeah, it's like a full circle thing.
Yeah, man.
That's fucking interesting.
Did we find this clip?
We found the clip. Yeah. So
Show me.
This is the clip that I was talking about. And listen to the vernacular. Listen to the threats being made. Listen to the style in which he's speaking and his body language. All of this shit that we contribute to like this generation of like the African-American male comes from the movie New Jack City. It's my fucking theory. I'm coining it, and I'm going to show you why.
Show me. Oh, God, I'm so excited.
Stop selling them phones that's wired to the federal government. That's what I'm going to tell you.
Okay, have a good day.
Nah, fuck a good day. Make it a bad day. Hey, yo, my outlaw niggas. Switch these niggas. Stop selling them phones.
So it's like this dude who's obviously fucking deranged.
Nah, dude, he's just having his main character moment. Let him be.
Okay, fair enough. He's having this main character moment. But the chain, the jewelry, the outlaw
The suit
niggas,
jacket.
the suit jacket, like he carried himself like a kingpin.
The kind of like I'm doing everyone else a favor.
Right.
Because I'm blowing the whistle here. I'm opening this case straight up, bro.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
yeah.
And then looking out the fucking door as if he has a truck full of goons just waiting on his command, and my outlaw niggas come switch these niggas. Like this fucking
like he straight up like, I got it handled.
Right.
I don't need y'all today because I got this, you know.
So I grew up like seeing people act like this, like grown men act like this, and I'm like, where the fuck does this come from? And so to watch that movie New Jack City and start putting shit together, it's like this fucking, and then hear the way my own dad talks about the movie. This fucking movie has mentally hijacked an entire fucking generation.
It did to them what anime does to all the other kids.
Yeah,
You know, all the kids that are like, oh, you know, I can't really talk right now.
Yeah.
I've got to get going.
Naruto. Oh man.
God damn.
But yeah. Oh man, I'm glad I was able to fucking share my theory with somebody. Holy moly.
Dude, you know what? I'm going to watch it. I don't know if I'll get to it this week, but I want to watch it. I'll figure out where to get it.
Yeah.
Dude, so that was the first topic, and I think we're going to end it there.
Oh my God, man. Oh my goodness.
Guys, thank you very much
Yeah.
for hanging out with us on this second episode back of Break Time.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, no, thank you guys very, very much. I hope y'all enjoy movies. Because that's what we fucking talked about
Holy shit.
the whole time.
Wow.
But hey, you know what? That's what Break Time is.
It's organic.
It's just whatever comes. And we had a whole other show planned out. We
did.
But you know what? That's stuff for next week.
Exactly.
Or it's just going to be that thing where that's always the backup, and whatever happens. You know,
right, exactly.
Whatever happens in the room.
This is Break Time. The host has not changed. We've always been movie guys.
Oh, yeah.
This is not the first time that we spent an entire episode talking about
We did one
movies.
Halloween episode of just on the new Halloween movie.
Yes,
at that time.
exactly.
Like,
It's one of my favorites to go rewatch. So fuck it.
But guys, thank y'all so much. We hope to see you next time on the next episode of Break Time.
Yeah.